Your dog has a red oozy area of skin. This is a skin infection, likely a hotspot, and this is a brand new and effective dog hotspot recipe.
Are you looking to learn more about natural pet health and wellness? You've come to the right place. Click the link to subscribe to Veterinary Secrets.
Hello, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome. Click up there to subscribe, hit the bell to sign up for notifications, and when you click that link directly in the box below, I can send you a copy of my free book. Skin infections in our dogs, they are so common, when in fact probably the most common reason pet parents are visiting the veterinarian, their dog has some type of skin disturbance. Especially common is a surface skin infection, more often known as a hot spot or acute moist dermatitis. And in this, what you're going to see is typically it's a lesion over top of the side of their face, maybe their neck. And what's happened is you're getting bacteria that have grown in the hair follicles, and it's now red, oozy, inflamed. Many of these dogs are scratching at it, and it just looks like this pussy, oozy mess in the side of your dog's face, the side of your dog's neck. For many of our dogs, we think it's secondary to an allergy. They may have some type of environmental allergy. They may be a food allergy. Maybe they're even allergic to flea bites, and that's triggered this inflammation in their skin. They may have scratched it, creates the area where they can have a local infection. And imagine sort of a surface-looking hot spot. You just got this, looks like pus over top of the skin. That's what a hot spot is, but there are a bunch of things you can do at home, and this is a great home recipe, which was shared to me by a follower. It can really help you out. First, we're starting with the topical treatment. This is black tea that happens to be Earl Grey. I've got 1/2 cup of hot water. I'm letting it sit, steep, and cool for 20 minutes. The black tea here, it does a bunch of great things for dogs that have hot spots. Number one, it's a great topical antibacterial. It can kill some of the bacteria in the hair follicles. Number two, it's anti-inflammatory. It can help decrease all that red inflammation. Then number three, it's an astringent, meaning it's going to dry up that hot spot. It's going to dry all up that oozy, weepy material. And that's kind of the ideal thing. That's what we want to do for a hot spot. Number two, we have ASA or aspirin. This is regular strength 325 milligram tablets. I've crushed one capsule here, and I'm going to scoop that into my spoon. And I'm going to mix this into our 1/2 cup of nice and concentrated black tea. You want to keep mixing it until the aspirin is fully dissolved within the tea. ASA or aspirin, it's a great topical anti-inflammatory, and it's going to really quickly take down all that redness in the surface of your dog's skin. Something that's super inexpensive, and especially when you're using topically, it's really safe for all of your dogs. Really encourage you to try it. Then number three, coming from your spice cabinet, this is a great topical anti-inflammatory and painkiller. This is turmeric. It's got the active ingredient 95% curcumin. 1/2 of the teaspoon of the turmeric is going into our tea aspirin concoction. Look at this nice kind of brown color it makes. Like, doesn't that look medicinal? Turmeric is super inexpensive. All of us are going to have it in our spice cabinet. And it is a wonderful anti-inflammatory. Our follower actually suggested it. They use the tea, the aspirin combination. But they say when they added in the turmeric, that made all the difference. And because it's such a good topical anti-inflammatory, and if you actually do some more research, you also see that 95% curcumin appears to have some antibacterial properties. Makes great sense to add that in to sort of this surface dog hotspot recipe. Get yourself some turmeric if you don't have any. So for topical treatment, I suggest getting yourself some gauze. Clean cloth is fine. Soak the gauze in your tea aspirin turmeric mixture. It's going to look nice and orange yellow like this. It smells pretty medicinal. And then you're going to wipe just over top of your dog's affected area, over top of that hot spot. You're going to wipe all over that. And I want you to be doing this 4 times a day, somewhere between 5 to 7 days. And if you want, you can also maybe squeeze a little bit right over top of the hot spot, like just drip some of the tea concoction on there. You get a little bit more on it that way. But regardless, you're treating your dog a minimum 4 times a day, 5 to 7 days. Part 2 of our recipe. We're using an awesome natural antibacterial, the product of honeybees, also known as bee glue. This is B. propolis. For a majority of the dog hotspots that I saw in practice, we often prescribed a skin antibiotic, typically cephalexin or one of the similar skin drugs, because we know there's surface bacteria, especially when we've got a number of different hotspots. It's more than just one little small confined area of the skin. But propolis, B. glue, it is a great oral antibacterial, really safe for dogs, and surprisingly effective. If your dog has a more serious hotspot, you want to quickly clean it up, try this oral natural antibacterial. We're looking at pretty standard dog doses of 100 milligram per 10 pounds of body weight daily. These here are 500 milligram capsules. Little Tula, she's about 25 pounds. I would be giving her one capsule once a day, especially if I can get the capsule out of here. Wouldn't that be great? Then I could show you. Okay, ta-da, here they are, the capsule. It even smells honey-like. It smells sweet, believe it or not. So there it is, the capsule. I break it open, sprinkle onto her food. Half a capsule once a day for the poodle. Your 50-pound dog, one capsule once a day. While you're treating that hot spot, somewhere between 5 to 10 days. Step 3 of our recipe. We're gonna give an oral natural anti-inflammatory / natural corticosteroid to rapidly stop that itching. This is all natural licorice root extract. And we now have our own supplement. It's made by someone you know, Dr. Jones's natural licorice root extract. And for many of the dogs would come into the practice and they're also really itchy. The other thing we would look at doing is giving some type of corticosteroid, rapidly stop the itching. Obviously, you're not just going to go out and get a steroid, plus the steroids have their side effects, increased drinking, increased urination, etc. So is there a natural product that could potentially replace that corticosteroid? Yes, there is. Licorice root extract. No, it's not going to work quite as quick. It comes with some of the side effects. So I think it's a really good trade-off. Pretty typical or standard dog dose, about 1/2 ml of the standard tincture per 20 pounds of body weight twice daily. Tula's about 25 pounds. I would be giving her 1/2 ml of this tincture. The other one big thing, if you're looking for other tinctures, it's better if you can get alcohol-free. This is an alcohol-free tincture. I think it's a great option for your dogs, especially if you have a dog that has a skin infection, i.e. a dog hotspot. And you could safely give this to your dog, 1/2 ml per 20 pounds of body weight twice daily, somewhere between 5 to 7 days. It's most importantly to give it initially when they're really itchy and they're really scratching. Want to rapidly stop the itching. So in some cases, it may just be 1 to 3 days. Just enough to stop all that itching and allow some of the other medications to take effect. And if you follow these steps, you get yourself the tea, aspirin, turmeric combination. Wipe that on topically 4 times a day. And you go for step number 2, a natural antibacterial, i.e. the propolis. And then you look at step number 3, the natural anti-inflammatory, the licorice root. You combine all of those, pretty confident you'd be able to help your dog with his or her hotspot at home in a short period of time without seeing your vet. If your dog has a hotspot, you try this recipe and it works, I'd love to hear your feedback. Thanks so much for watching this edition of Veterinary Secret on the new dog hotspot recipe. Click up there to subscribe, hit the bell to sign up for notifications, and when you click that link directly in the box below, I can send you a copy of my free book.